ReviewTyme is the home for all things theme parks. Stay up to date with our videos by subscribing and tapping the bell icon. Next year in 2021, just in time for Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary, Disney will open up the Galactic Starcruiser Hotel, the ultimate way for fans to live out their own Star Wars story. The all-inclusive 2-night and 2-day experience will see you leaving Earth behind, blasting off to board the Halcyon, an intergalactic cruise ship, which will contain completely immersive guest rooms, dining opportunities, interactive entertainment, and more. The project is designed as a cruise ship on the land, with almost everything included in the upfront price, which of course will not be cheap. Reservations for the hotel open up later this year, so in order to see if it will be worth booking, let's make the jump to hyperspace and take a look at what guests can experience when the Halcyon welcomes their first intergalactic travelers next year. For ReviewTyme, I'm Luke, and this is a look at the upcoming Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser. The Galactic Starcruiser is currently under construction south of Hollywood Studios, directly across from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. You will begin your 2-night itinerary by driving up to the Galactic Starcruiser terminal, dropping off your car with valet before proceeding through security checks and into a pre-show room. Once you are ready, you will climb aboard an exclusive launch pod, which will take you high above the Earth to the Halcyon Starcruiser. Looking overhead, you can watch your launch pad make the jump to hyperspace before approaching your hotel. This launch pod is a mix of an elevator and a simulator, and after the airlock door opens, you will find yourself in the atrium of the Halcyon, where your Star Wars story will begin. Throughout your time aboard the ship, experiencing onboard activities as well as your shore excursion to Batuu, you will be building a character and a story, which will interweave with members of the shipboard crew, other passengers sharing the same expedition date, as well as familiar characters from the Star Wars universe. The Starcruiser seems to be the closest thing we've ever gotten to a real-life Westworld, a place where you're able to live out an immersive experience, allowing guests to become the heroes or even villains of their own Star Wars story, which will be so much more than just a simple hotel stay. The hotel itself will only have around 100 rooms, featuring both first class and regular cabins. One of my biggest disappointments with the Starcruiser, though, comes from the fact that regular cabins appear to be the same style of hotel room you get at any Disney resort, simply with a Star Wars themed overlay. Each room will contain at least a double bed, as well as options for bunk beds for your smaller travelers. The big talking point for each room will be the window, allowing you to see what is happening in outer space around you. This effect seems to emulate the virtual portholes on the Disney Cruise Line, which allows internal cabins to have a porthole to the outside of the ship, utilizing screens behind a fake window. Except here, rather than seeing out into the ocean, you might see an X-Wing fighting with a TIE fighter, or even some other well-known Star Wars ships cruising by. Of course, a resort experience is about so much more than just what's in your room, and it's within the onboard activities and day trip to Galaxy's Edge that the immersiveness and interactivity of your stay will truly shine. One of the most exciting experiences for guests aboard will be the chance to wield a lightsaber while facing off against a training remote, where Disney says you may discover your own connection with the Force. However, this connection may not be on the light side. The choices made by guests during their stay will have an impact on the story of their overall trip. For example, you may choose to follow Kylo Ren and the influence of the dark side, which will take you down a completely different path to follow the teachings of the Force. These choices are not just said to impact your time aboard the Halcyon, but also carry over to your planet excursion to Batuu. Speaking of Batuu, your 2 days aboard the ship includes the previously mentioned day trip to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, but your immersion won't immediately be broken as you travel between the hotel and Disney's Hollywood Studios, as the Halcyon will also feature a transport hall where you can board a shuttle to Batuu. The shuttle itself will be an immersively themed bus, and through a system similar to an aircraft boarding gate tunnel, you won't ever see the outside world as you board and travel in the bus across the backstage areas of the park. The shuttle will drop you off right by Ogre's Cantina, allowing your suspension of disbelief to continue. Unless you walk a little too close to Toy Story Land, that is. Back aboard the Halcyon, some of the other experiences guests can enjoy include the engineering room, a kids' play area within a crew-only portion of the ship, the Silver Sea Lounge where you can grab a drink whilst trying your hand at a game of sabacc, a table service restaurant which looks to include a stage, meaning this could be where the cut dinner show concept from Galaxy's Edge ended up, and of course, as it's Disney, there will be a shop to buy all of your Chandrilla Starline Fleet merchandise. One of the standout experiences of your stay though will be your visit to the Starcruiser's bridge, where you will learn about the ship's systems and how to operate them through interactive stations. Guests will learn about navigation and, more importantly, defense skills, which will come in handy when the ship comes under attack from the First Order, who are still looking for the spy from Batuu. In order to hold them off, you will conduct a space assault from the bridge of the ship, but you can't stop them. Kylo Ren will board the Starcruiser and use his force powers to pull actors towards him, as well as make parts of the ship fall apart. Hopefully, your Jedi training can help in holding off the assault. Throughout the ship, there will also be the opportunity to partake in missions that you can receive from the television in your cabin. However, be warned, as if you misbehave across the ship, you may very well find yourself in the brig and needing to escape. Also around the ship will be plenty of opportunities for guests to utilize their newfound force powers, similar to the one locations at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Ultimately, whilst we do know a lot about what to expect when the Galactic Starcruiser opens next year, there is quite a bit still left unknown, especially if Disney is expecting people to start booking their stays later this year. One of the biggest unknowns, of course, is the pricing. I've seen all sorts of numbers flying around, but nothing concrete yet. What we do know, however, is that an all-inclusive stay, including accommodation, experiences and food, is going to cost a lot more than even staying at the most expensive hotel on Disney World property, the Grand Floridian, which already starts at $710 a night. I do feel though, if the Galactic Starcruiser does well, we could see a new era of immersive hotels. Rumors are already flying around that Universal is looking to do something similar with a Harry Potter hotel near the upcoming Epic Universe Park, if the Starcruiser is well received. One big thing to be wary of though if you're looking to book a trip is that a lot of this interactivity and experiences promised to exist within the hotel are the exact same things that Galaxy's Edge was meant to open with, but never did. But over to you. Will you be booking a stay aboard the Halcyon? Whilst I would absolutely love to, I might be saving for the rest of my life to afford it. From the home of all things theme parks, for ReviewTyme, I'm Luke. Thanks for watching, liking, and subscribing.